Ibn al-Athir reported Muhammad, PBUH, as saying, "I have never tried to do what my people do except for 2 times. Every time Allah intervened and checked me from doing so, and I never did that again. Once I told my fellow shepherd to take care of my sheep when we were in the upper part of Makkah. I wanted to go down to Makkah and entertain myself as the young men did. I went down to the first house of Makkah, where I heard music. I entered and asked, 'What is this?' Someone answered, 'It is a wedding party.' I sat down and listened, but soon went into deep sleep. I was awakened by the heat of the sun. I went back to my fellow shepherd and told him of what had happened to me. I have never tried it again." Al-Bukhari reported on the authority of Jabir bin Abdullah that he said, while the people were rebuilding Al-Kaaba, the Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, went with Abbas to carry some stones. Abbas said, "Put your loincloth round your neck to protect you from the stones." As he did that, the Prophet, PBUH, fell to the ground and his eyes turned skyward. Later on he woke up and shouted, "My loincloth! My loincloth!" He wrapped himself in his loincloth. In another report, his loins were never seen afterwards. Bukhari chapter, the building of Al-Kaaba, 1540. The authorities agree in ascribing to the youth of Muhammad, PBUH, modesty of deportment, virtuous behavior and graceful manners. He proved himself to be the ideal of manhood, and to possess a spotless character. He was the most obliging to his compatriots, the most honest in his talk and the mildest in temper. He was the most gentle-hearted, chaste, hospitable, and always impressed people by his piety-inspiring countenance. He was the most truthful and the best to keep covenant. His fellow citizens, by common consent, gave him the title of Al-Amin, trustworthy. The mother of believers, Khadijah, once said, "He unites uterine relations, he helps the poor and the needy, he entertains the guests and endures hardships in the path of truthfulness." Bukhari 1/3, in the shade of the message and prophethood. When Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, was nearly 40, he had been wont to pass long hours in retirement meditating and speculating over all aspects of creation around him. This meditative temperament helped widen the mental gap between him and his compatriots. He used to provide himself with sauk, barley porridge, and water, and then directly head for the hills and ravines in the neighborhood of Makkah. One of these in particular was his favorite resort, a cave named Hira, in the Mount an-Nur. It was only 2 miles from Makkah, a small cave 4 yards long and 1.75 yard wide. He would always go there and invite wayfarers to share him his modest provision. He used to devote most of his time, and Ramadan in particular, to worship and meditation on the universe around him.